All right, we are live. Live. Let's see here. Hello, everyone. Jimmy Ezel here. We're going to get started here literally in about 30 seconds. I've got an incredible guest here for you guys today. Love all the feedback. Thanks for all the kind words. You guys are enjoying these interviews. We got some amazing members. Today's no different. I'm excited to have this guy on here, guys. I'm going to share with you a little bit about him. This is another entrepreneur, done amazingly great things with what he's doing for the insurance industry. So we're excited because, as you know, we have a lot of insurance members, and so I'm excited to have him on today. So let me just one last thing. I just want to make sure it's on there, and then we can get started. We are on there. All right, awesome. Okay.
Camera.
Very good. So if as you guys are coming on too, do us a huge favor. If you're watching this live, type in just where you're watching from, and even on the replay, and then also type in replay if you're watching the replay, so I can kind of monitor it as it kind of gets out there. We're tracking, all these amazing people, these interviews. We want to make sure that the world is introduced to some of our amazing members. So, guys, I'm super excited for this one. I know this guy a little bit more than some of our other members because, quite honestly, I had the opportunity to travel with him. He had earned one of our incentive trips as a member. They are one of our biggest, what we call affiliates. They love to refer this program to other people. But we got a chance to spend some time with David and Ellen, and down in Mexico at a 5-star resort. I'm sure if you haven't heard his story about that and how much money they've saved, I'm sure he'll probably talk about that. But more importantly, we just got a chance to hang out with them, get to know them as people and friends, and just really, I'm more into that anyways, because I'm always looking for great people to spend time with. I love doing that. And so, but he's awesome, guys. So let me properly introduce him. He is actually the CEO of Jumpstart Go. They run this massive Facebook group, the fastest growing insurance group on Facebook, called Marketing for Insurance Agents. So I know someone's going to find that. So go to Marketing for Insurance Agents. Just type it up. You'll see it in there, and then they'll take good care of you. But I can tell you, he's been, he's an absolute entrepreneur. But most importantly, what I love about what they're doing inside of that group is that they just bring tremendous value. They vet out all of the maybe the programs that they want to introduce. They do a good job of that. We're very fortunate we happen to be one or two of them, and but most importantly, they just bring a lot of resources for the insurance industry and helping them build their businesses, and they're just doing an amazing job. Hence, that's why their group is growing, because if you have a lot of value, people will keep going and refer you to them. So they're doing an amazing job there. So I want to introduce all of you to Mr. David Denny. David, say hello.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Thanks for the intro, Jimmy.
Where's your crown?
Okay, let's go with the crown.
We're ready. Now we're ready.
I feel like I have to explain it. Otherwise, I just look like, Burger King guy. So, king of bringing you guys insurance resources for your business. Yes, it looks silly, but it's fun. And we're all about having fun, but helping agents. So,
Awesome.
Hope that explains it.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. He always, they do massive amounts of lives, and he's always got his crown on. It's his trademark, and so we're always love seeing him with it. So, David, audience, first time a lot of these people have met you. Some of them are in your group, some of them aren't, and then of course we have lots of entrepreneurs that can refer insurance agents. But tell people, what are some of your passions about you? What makes David so passionate about, helping people in the insurance industry, whatever it may be?
I mean, I'm passionate about relationships, as you well know, and I know that's your passion too. And I'm a people person. I'm a big extrovert. I like people. I get energized by it. My other partner, one of my partners, my wife, introvert, kind of the opposite. And so I love building relationships. I love connecting. In fact, that's, part of what we do is we connect in one way, shape, or the other. With the group, the focus there is connecting agents with resources for learning, resources that can help them, referral partners. It's all about connection. Whatever they're looking for or need, we can probably connect them with it, and connecting with each other and learning with each other and forming those sort of relationships and even friendships have come out of that for sure. And so I think relationships is probably what I'm most passionate about. And then ultimately, I don't know how much it relates to our Facebook group as much, but travel is also a big passion of mine. I mean, we've lived in many different places around the world, like South Africa, and we've traveled to many more. And I love experiencing different cultures, making friends there, and spending good amounts of time wherever I go, because I just love that, and that's what I look to do more, and that's what we'll be doing together for sure. So once the world opens back up, I say that now, kind of on lockdown right now, so I'll imagine it.
Yeah, I was just so if you don't know, I was on a little tour and I stopped in Fort Myers and got to see David and Elle and Renee and Renee's his partner as well. And so just great people, got to hang out with them for a little bit, go see them, and it's always a good time hanging out with good people. And David, here's the thing: a lot of our community, is very diverse. A lot of people of influence, sales professionals, entrepreneurs, of course, insurance, real estate, different type of entrepreneurial groups. So, you've worked with a lot of people, and I'm sure you've learned a few things. Share with anybody like some major, or any great lessons that you've learned being an entrepreneur yourself.
Ooh, yeah, the list. Let's go on. Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. Well, one, you enjoy successes and things going right, but ultimately you learn the most and the things that have the most impact on your business from your failures. Trying things and learning from those and making decisions as you go forward from what you've learned. So if you're not failing, at least on a small scale all the time, then you're not really testing or pushing forward. And that's really what teaches and what you learn from. So because we do a lot of marketing, I have a lot of background in marketing. Part of digital marketing is really testing things and seeing those results, learning from them, and then optimizing from there. So I think as an entrepreneur, what we've learned is you really got to put yourself out there and take the risk. I mean, entrepreneurship in itself is, kind of taking the risk for the reward. And on a smaller scale, running your business, you kind of have to do the same thing. Also, I've learned it's really good to be able to, be kind of nimble and pivot for what makes sense. Our current business, Jumpstart Go, has pivoted a few times with where our focus has been on and what we're doing. Ultimately, still the same industry, still helping agents, but what we've kind of done is more forming relationships and finding great resources and tools for agents rather than trying to create everything ourselves and do more of the managed Facebook ads and traditional digital marketing type stuff. So we're more connectors and find great things and show them to agents. So being nimble and being able to change is key. And then that's what a lot of businesses are finding out right now. How nimble are you? How quickly can you change? And how can you, survive tough times or even thrive on tough times? And, some insurance agents are having their best weeks and months ever because people are home and thinking about insurance, wanting to talk and protect themselves. So their agents were flexible and moved from talking to people face to face to now on the phone or on Zoom calls. So, I think that's a key too. I can go all day talking about entrepreneurship, so I'll go ahead and leave that there because we'll spend hours.
Well, no, David, it's really good though, because the audience needs to hear a couple of things there. You're talking about, first of all, you're big into relationships. I just so everybody knows, I don't mind sharing this with you. I've actually reached out to David for, I consider him someone that, with respect in terms of business and ideas, and he's actually given our company ideas on how to grow as well. So he gives generously there. But then also, I love the fact that you're saying right now, especially in your segment, to be being nimble and quick and making those decisions. And interesting enough, I was just talking to someone talking about some insurance agents he's working with, and they're I wouldn't say negative, but they don't see a lot of positive. And I was telling them, like, you got to think about, creatively how to move quickly into getting revenue into the business. And we're doing the same thing, guys. We've made a lot of changes. We're having some good days now, but we needed to move quickly because, and we're preparing for the next 3 weeks too. We're having more meetings today and adjusting some things to prepare. And so I think, David, that's very, very, very valid and strong point that people need to pay attention to. So here's the thing. You mentioned travel. I know I love following your guys' journey to Thailand and all that fun stuff you guys are doing over there. Share with everybody, because you're let's call it what it is. For TripValet, you're one of our biggest promoters. There's no doubt. Now I know you love travel, but realistically, you wouldn't promote something if you didn't believe in it. And this guy will qualify for another trip. I mean, he's always and so tell everybody like what you think about how has TripValet Incentives like helped your business and maybe even helped other insurance professionals as well.
Absolutely. I mean, I can even start off personally because, like you said, I would never promote or endorse something that I didn't fully believe in, and I've been all forward with TVI from day one when you guys reached out to us, and was super excited about it. And so even on a personal level, we've both used the certificates ourselves down in Mexico and the five diamond resort, Jimmy. It wasn't even 5-star, five
diamond.
And it's like 30 restaurants and a Cirque du Soleil. It was crazy. But I mean that one certificate for those 4 nights there saved us like almost a couple grand. I mean, based on what that room normally went for. And so that was huge, being able to just pay a few $100 in taxes for 5-dime resort for 4 nights. So that's personal. And then also we've booked through the travel portal for a 5-star hotel in Bangkok for a conference that we were at there. And it was $400 cheaper than Priceline, Expedia, everything for the exact same room. So we've saved there. We've booked rental cars through it all the time, save 10, 20 bucks when we book a rental car and stuff. So we've saved a lot personally through it. And also as a business, we'll look up and book locations at the last minute. We'll use a certificate if we can, but the portal is always an option too. So we saved a ton there personally. And then for our business, just ourselves personally for our business, we've used TVI a million different ways. I mean, I'll give it out for prizes for people on lives. I'll give it out for prizes for contests, for getting people opted in for emails, just giving out to say thanks to people, subscribing to YouTubes, for just really participating in stuff and helping us out, sending us referrals. And so there's so many creative ways to use it. I learned and hear from other marketers using it different ways, or agents even using it different ways. I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. I should use it that way myself too. So not even just the trips. The trips are fantastic. The locations are fantastic. There's so many options for both traveling but from business perspective, there's infinite amount of what you're only limited by your imagination really on the ways that you can use them. And so as far as the insurance industry specifically and how insurance agents and businesses are using them, I would say the top ways that they're using them is giving them to referral partners for sure. So anybody that has already sent referrals, just thanking them for helping you out, or incentivizing someone to send you referrals, like, hey, happy to give you this for anybody you send my way. Or every 3, I'll give you an even bigger certificate, or however you want to do. You can structure it and just thank them for sending people your way. It's a key relationship, and you want to build that relationship. And that's the thing. TripValet is all about relationships, and whether it's with prospects, with clients, with referral partners, it helps with that. So they use them for referral partners. Can give them to clients to thank them for appreciation. Just, hey, thanks for being a client. Here you go. The biggest thing is they like using them for lead generation type stuff. So having someone, sit down for an appointment, for review of coverage, for call, or for getting a quote done. Nothing's tied to a sale. In insurance, you can't incentivize a sale, but you can incentivize someone just to sit with you, and they get it no matter what. And you can give out unlimited, so you might as well. So they'll use them that way. I know with Jason Harrell, with another company of yours, they're using them with with Facebook ads. So they're running Facebook ads with TVI, generating a ton of very low cost and good and high intent exclusive insurance leads, and that agents are having tons of success with that. So that's a great way. Doing viral giveaway campaigns, even in person. It's not all digital. If you do a lot of stuff in person, agents are going to different events, not right now, but they are going to different events and handing them out as prizes where they normally hand out a cooler or something like that, Starbucks card. They're now handing out trips and certificates to people that people are super excited about. I mean, everybody wants to go on a trip. Coolers are fun, but nothing the same as going on a trip and the memory and experience that brings. So there's a bunch of other ways, but that's the most of the ways that agents are using them.
David, let's address something that a lot of like our audience is probably thinking about this, or maybe they're not thinking about it, because you're a brilliant marketer as well. And how important right now, especially during these times, is marketing in general? I mean, like, we incentive-based marketing, but just like incentive-based marketing in general. I mean, should people be retreating, or what are your thoughts on this?
So, I mean, in general, outside of COVID, obviously marketing is incredibly important, and they should be really, you don't have to spend a ton, but you should be investing at least a certain amount in testing different things and then scaling the things that are working. It's all about testing, find what works for you in your situation. There's some general principles that, generally are going to work better than others, but ultimately, until you really test it for yourself in your specific situation, you're not going to know the exact results. So testing is key. So right now, right now it's a lot of people are pulling back and not spending. So now is actually a great time to spend if you can still service and handle those leads and do those sales. So if you can serve the phone or on Zoom, which most carriers will let you do, and what most agents are doing right now, then yeah, absolutely. Now is a great time to spend. You can actually probably get a lower cost per lead than you would typically get. And now is when everybody's thinking about it. And so you're not having as much competition on the spending right now. So yes, I think that's key, is to, like, for Facebook ads, for example. But I also think now's the time where, if cash is a little tighter, is getting creative on your marketing. Marketing doesn't have to always be a dollar or high dollar investment. There's a million different ways to market yourself. So like Tyler Raymer is one of my favorite guys, and he does a ton on social media organically without ads. And he gets a whole bunch of people who see his stuff, even people he's not friends with on Facebook, and people spreading his stuff and sending him referrals and leads through social media. So social media is a great place to spend much more time on right now, because you're not necessarily having to spend on ads, and you can bring people in. So there's a lot of creative ways. That's one of the things. Like, you really just kind of have to be creative with marketing and spot opportunities that maybe others don't think about or others are not doing. And if everybody's headed to A, maybe you should be headed to B and be the first one at B, or capitalize on everybody focusing on this other thing. So I don't know. Hopefully that made sense.
No, that's great. No, that's really good. Guys, I hope you picked that up. I just wrote it down too. Is there's low or hardly no expense in social media if you're not spending money on ads and getting creative. Even with us, it's a very low monthly, and people are using it, because I'm watching a lot of our top members use their incentives to do the same thing. So no, that's a great reminder, Dave. David, thank you so much. I mean, it's exciting to know you guys are making such an impact in the insurance industry, giving agents, an industry that can be tough, right? And you guys give them so much value and so many tools. Let the audience know how they can get a hold of you. I mean, I want anybody that's in that space or knows anyone. That's the key. If you know an insurance agent, make sure they know about this group. There's so much free content in this group. It's why it's the fastest growing group in Facebook, actually. But let everyone know how they can get a hold of you, however you want to promote it. Let them know.
Absolutely. And you're right. It is a tough industry. 92% of agents statistically don't make it past the first couple of years. So that's really what we're trying to do. It's trying to help give them the resources, the tools, the connections and stuff, so that more are successful and have what they need. So our insurance agents, all insurance agents are welcome to come join our group called Marketing for Insurance Agents. Very straightforward. It will pop up. You will see it, no doubt. That's the easiest way to get into the community and check that out. If any agents or even anybody wants to connect me with agents or just chat with me about my experience with TripValet Incentives, I'm David Denning on Facebook, and I check all my messenger chats. So you send me a message, even if we're not friends, I will see it. I get messages all day long, and I'm very good at responding to them, usually fairly quickly, as Jimmy knows. Those are probably the two main, communicating with me, as well as our site, insurancemarketingads.com. And we have a live chat on there through Messenger, and so you can send me any messages or chats there. But that is a site where we have tons of different resources and a bunch of free resources as well for insurance agents. So they can go on there, grab what they need, find what they need, and a lot of education and stuff there. And probably finally, if you want to check out a lot, we do so many Facebook Lives and videos with top experts on different topics and everything in the industry. We have a YouTube channel where we're now dropping a lot of the edited versions of those, so they look a little nicer and a little cleaner from the actual live portion. So our YouTube channel is Jumpstart Go. So you go there, check it out. That's a great way to watch a lot of the videos.
Awesome. Awesome. David, thank you as always for giving me some of your time. And as you know, we're looking forward to when this all clears up and we get together again.
I'm ready to go back to Mexico, man. I was planning to be there for 6 weeks. I was supposed to be in a conference in Austin this week and then headed to Mexico for 6 weeks after. So I'm going crazy. So I'm ready for this to be over too.
Yeah, we were all supposed to be together in mid-April in Mexico, and things changed. So, well, listen, David, give your beautiful wife a hug from me, and we will see you guys soon. Thank you so much again for your time. We appreciate it.
Anytime.
Yeah, and for all of you, make sure you follow David, join his group, refer people to it for sure, and let them get some real valuable content. So, everybody, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys on the next interview. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.